Explorers are sending lower-back startling data to Earth. The Explorer 1, NASA's farthest voyaged space apparatus, continues to traverse revealed regions of the universe almost 50 years after its launch. Researchers are bewildered by the startling realities that this popular region test system is sending back to Earth. What seems to be a glitch is a piece of us as we communicate about the unique records that Explorer has been transmitting during its space exploration excursion. Researchers have been engaged in advanced investigations about the country's past since the Big Bang, animated by the launch that sent Explorer 1 and Explorer 2 among various region missions. Explorer 2 was actually the first shuttle to launch, leaving from NASA's Kennedy Space Center on August 21, 1977. On September 5 of that same year, Explorer 1 was sent off 2 weeks later. However, how did they switch as twins? The weight of both probes is 720 pounds, roughly comparable to a small vehicle. Both cutting-edge probes were launched through a long window that allowed for a current, interesting external planet arrangement, causing a slingshot effect to send them the distance from one planet to another. Dave, however, required them to move at different paces and on various trajectories. On December 15, 1977, Explorer 1 was able to sidestep its indistinguishable twin. Since then, it has been our go-to source for modern records in space. The first rocket to achieve this was Explorer 1 when it began its Jovian imaging project in 1978. It was around 265 million kilometers from our planet and sent a colossal amount of modern depictions back to us. Explorer 1 finished a remarkable 108-hour spell starting in January 1979, during which it captured 3,750 photos of Jupiter's rotation to create a time-lapse film showing 10 frames of the planet turning. It had passed through the Jovian moon system in February 1979, and a month later, it had discovered the small rings surrounding Jupiter. Explorer 1 also made a significant revelation when it found new moons named Phoebe and Matisse. Exact moves could be made to ensure that the spacecraft was prepared for its flyby of Saturn and to prevent a potential crash with Titan, one of Saturn's moons. Voyager 1 also found 4 other moons during the Saturn orbit, comprising Mimas, Enceladus, Tethys, and Dione. Researchers chose to conclude the Explorer planetary mission after the Saturn mission was completed and sent both Explorer 1 and Explorer 2 out into the solar system at a speed of 325 million miles per year. In January 1990, the Pristine mission, officially known as the Explorer Interstellar mission, began. The most generally notable images and records depicting the solar system and the planets have been taken by Explorer 1. On February 14, 1990, while it was 6 billion kilometers from the Sun, they noted that the solar probe's present picture consisted of 60 total images taken by Explorer 1, bringing the full wide assortment of pictures taken by the spacecraft to 670. Despite the fact that Mercury and Mars can't be seen in the photos for various reasons, eventually, the spacecraft's cameras were turned down to save energy and memory before its excursion to interstellar space. Moreover, to the interstellar tests, Explorer 1 and Explorer 2, NASA also operates the Pioneer 10, Pioneer 11, and New Horizons probes. Passing by, Pioneer 10 on February 17, 1998, became the furthest spacecraft Explorer 1 had reached during its journey. For the same 14 years, it finally entered the interstellar environment on August 25, 2012, with practically no other space tests in sight to find. However, NASA didn't publicly announce the achievement until 2013. By November 2018, each space test had officially left the solar system, while Explorer 2 crossed the heliopause and entered the interstellar medium. Explorer 1 is thought to be 14.5 billion miles or 550 times from Earth. It has continued to provide us fundamental records that no other space test missions have been able to uncover. Since it entered the unseen region beyond our solar system, the spacecraft has spent the vast majority of its 45-year experience in space in great health. However, recently, experts have identified a couple of strange anomalies in its performance. Explorer 1 is generally sending mysterious signals back to Earth, giving the impression that its far-off location is quite uncertain. There is a troubling bend to the data. Despite the fact that normally, researchers have pre-programmed Explorer to enter safe mode or sound an alarm if it becomes lost in space, it has not. Additionally, its radio antenna, which sends information back to Earth, seems to be in excellent working order. However, the insights it has currently been communicating are dubious. The interstellar probe is operating, taking orders from Earth and executing them, as well as gathering and transmitting scientific insights. However, readouts from the test's explanation and control system do not accurately reflect what is taking place inside. According to NASA authorities, what precisely is occurring? Every rocket that is going into interstellar space, including Explorer 1 and 2, has an exceptional 12-inch gold-plated disc loaded with sound and video messages as a backup in case an extraterrestrial species finds the craft. 35 Earth sounds, 115 live pictures, an hour and a half of contemporary Western music, and good tidings from former U.S. President Jimmy Carter and former UN Secretary-General Kurt Waldheim are only a couple of the items on the space DVD. Additionally, they're kept in 55 particular dialects, so assuming it was taken over by extraterrestrials, they would conceivably be attempting to decipher the signals. Mind you, that the spaceship is currently under the control of extraterrestrials has been quickly denied by scientists. Explorer's capacity to function relies heavily upon the antenna and communication control system. For starters, it continually keeps its receiving antenna focused on Earth so that researchers can reliably receive data. Besides, it controls how the spacecraft is situated. Engineers monitoring the situation now experience that the probe is working as it should, which only adds to the puzzle we currently face. Moreover, none of the safety features intended to shield the rocket from risks had been activated, according to Susan DoD, task boss for Explorer 1. A mystery like this is standard for the course at this stage of the Explorer adventure. The spacecraft is both around 45 years old, which is a bit older than what was conceived within the mission plan. This also indicates that the rocket's engineering team will experience some standard issues in settling the bother with Explorer 1. The distance between us and the space test is significant. The challenges are strikingly pristine. The spacecraft is around 14.5 billion miles from Earth. This sizable distance presents a few difficulties that the gathering must explore cautiously. A salvage operation is almost impractical given the current mechanical and logistical requirements. Explorer 1 is a long way past the scope of any spacecraft or fixed project that we could possibly deliver. The rocket's exceptional journey has brought it into the furthest regions of our solar system and then some, into interstellar space, where it continues to travel far from us. Each day, messages received from Earth at the speed of light take almost 21 hours to reach Explorer 1's advanced location. Any order or processing sent by the engineering team requires a full 42 hours to be received by the rocket. This delay represents a gigantic task for real-time troubleshooting and investigation. In addition, when Explorer 1 processes an order, any response or data it sends back to Earth will take another 21 hours to return. This means that two-way communication between Earth and the spacecraft takes an average of 2 days. This kind of delay makes it exceptionally difficult to execute short fixes or iterative troubleshooting methods that are crucial when dealing with complex technical issues. The engineering team needs to meticulously plan and execute each order, expecting different possibilities and expected results. Unlike missions on Earth, where engineers can quickly send and receive instructions, the extended communication delay requires a more strategic and efficient approach. Every arrangement must be carefully developed to resolve the perceived issues without causing more problems, considering the prolonged time it will take to confirm whether the order had the desired effect. The extensive communication delay also implies that the engineering team has limited opportunities to connect with the rocket. Each order sent should be effective and precise, leaving no room for mistakes. This requires great attention to detail and validation of commands on Earth before they're communicated to Explorer 1. Notwithstanding those logistical challenges, the actual rocket is now over 40 years old, having been launched in 1977. The age of the system, however, does not take into account current requirements. The engineering team needs to work with systems and designs that were planned and developed in the 70s, which adds another layer of complexity to the troubleshooting process. The harsh environmental factors of space have also taken a toll on the spacecraft systems. Explorer 1 has been exposed to significant radiation, extreme temperatures, and micrometeoroids for more than 45 years. These factors contribute to the wear and tear and degradation of its parts, making it considerably more difficult to maintain and repair. Despite these obstacles, the engineering team remains committed to resolving the current issues. They're investigating various theories about what is likely causing the anomalies and evaluating potential responses through simulations on Earth. This careful and deliberate approach is crucial given the stakes involved. Any erroneous order could certainly worsen the situation or lead to a loss of communication with the spacecraft. The CFT team is also utilizing the redundancy built into Explorer 1's designs. Like many other space missions, Explorer 1 was designed with backup systems to enhance its resilience to failures. The engineering team can switch to those backup systems to restore normal operations if they confirm that a critical component is failing. In summary, while the challenges in diagnosing and resolving the issues with Explorer 1 are immense, the engineering team is using their extensive experience and the spacecraft's inherent flexibility to deal with the problems. Their careful and patient approach is crucial in managing the lengthy communication delays and the complexities involved in working with a spacecraft that is both relatively remote and significantly older. Regardless of the odds, their efforts point to continuing Explorer 1's legacy of exploration and scientific discovery far beyond its original mission boundaries. The breakdowns may be the result of cosmic rays affecting the rocket's delicate electrical systems. These high-energy particles, originating from distant supernovae or other astronomical events, travel through space at nearly the speed of light. After they strike Explorer 1, they can penetrate its exterior and affect internal electronic components. The longer the spacecraft remains in space, the greater the likelihood that cosmic rays will impact its systems. Over time, this phenomenon can lead to sporadic glitches, like the ones currently found in Explorer 1's telemetry data. Specialists have long been aware of the potential risk cosmic rays pose to spacecraft electronics and human adventurers, but predicting or mitigating their impact can be difficult. Despite these challenges, engineers have applied various methods to shield spacecraft from cosmic rays, including protective shielding, designing redundant systems, and using error-correcting codes in data transmission. However, despite these precautions, cosmic rays can still pose a danger, particularly to spacecraft operating in deep space for extended durations, as is the case with Explorer 1. While the recent anomalies in Explorer 1's data are not entirely unexpected, they are perplexing given the spacecraft's age and prolonged exposure to cosmic rays. Scientists and researchers remain keen to monitor the situation and analyze the data received from Explorer 1. They are rushing to determine the root cause of the anomalies and to develop strategies for mitigating their effects on the spacecraft's operations. In spite of those demanding circumstances, Explorer 1 has far exceeded its original mission expectations and continues to provide significant insights into the outer regions of our solar system and beyond. Its accomplishments are a testament to humanity's enduring curiosity and determination to explore the unknown realms of space. As we look to the future, missions like Explorer 1 will serve to inspire and expand our understanding of the universe.